Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an afternoon game from Marian Catholic Stadium, the Marian Catholic Colts against the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. I am Bob Else, along with Warren Altimore and Wayne Brokenshire, bringing you the game from Marian, as I said, and Mount Carmel comes in undefeated, 5 wins and no losses. Marian 4 wins and 1 loss.
Well, of course, the one loss for Marian comes last week against the Shamokin area team we had beaten the week before. Again, a big game, always a tough game for Mount Carmel area up here at Marian. I don't know if it's because we're playing the afternoon here or the field or whatever. We've always had a tough time winning a football game up here. Marian, of course, coming off a loss, so they're going to be like Hornets. You're looking at a pretty good football team. Marian Catholic Colts have gone up from Class A to Class 2A.
Right.
They've actually come up in class this year. They're also competing in the Anthracite League. They're one of the competitors in the Anthracite League. So there's a lot of things on the line here so far for both teams. I know that Marian Catholic has to look down the line a little bit at District 11 playoffs. They're in the District 11 Class 2A playoffs, and obviously this is a very important game with them already having one loss. A second loss could doom their chances of district play. So they need to look at this game very, very closely and try to come out here with a win. Mount Carmel, on the other hand, you know, they're looking at a Marian Catholic team that they know Shamokin beat, which they beat Shamokin. They've got to be thinking to themselves, how tough can they be? At the same time, they got to be looking at North Schuylkill coming up next week. So kind of an iffy game for us. I mean, we've got to have our helmets on here and play a perfect game if we're going to win up here this afternoon.
Always do that at Marian here, Wayne. It appears the afternoon game just leaves a little to be desired when the Red Tornadoes storm into Marian.
You know, day games are always a little bit different. You know, you're used to playing your night games, your perspective of the line and the sight on the ball and the runners and everything else, always different in a day like today. You're looking at a quarterback coming in for Marian who did an excellent job as a sophomore last year against the Tornadoes. We are going to see how really good our defensive backs are today. He's an excellent thrower. Although Shamokin put a little pressure on him last week and he didn't do too much in the passing end of it, but all of his other games showing that they do more passing than they do running.
Kicking off for the Colts, number 4, Rick Balliot. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, 27 Evans, 22 Veach, and 29 Dan Malakowski. Kicks away in the direction of Veach. Takes it on about the 5-yard line. Finds some room coming up the middle. Nice hit made by number 40 from the Colts, which is Dustin Varner. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Ball's on the 20-yard line. So nice kick that time by Balliot with the wind at his back.
Pretty straightforward defense for Marian Catholic. I mean, you're not going to see a lot of odd things going on here. They're a tough defense. You know, they're going to play some really tough football right along the line. You got 3 solid linebackers in the back there.
Going to try to Veach. Initial hit, gained about 2 or 3 yards. Initial hit made by number 52 of the Colts, Fran Harmononski. That was a gain of about 4 or 5, Wayne, so he really came through the hole nice on that play.
Yeah, you say right about the line of scrimmage, but again, you know, Brett's great balance and everything else, he did lunge forward and picked up about 2 or 3 extra yards.
Tries Costello. Gain of about maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, the Colts that time had 2 down linemen only. Everybody else was up. A little bit odd is that only 2 of them took a down position on that defensive play. We'll watch them for the game and see if that's a normal thing for them or if they're just changing in and out of defenses here in the early going. Now 3 are down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes.
Still 2 down.
Karnowski, quick pass, hits Evans. Close to a first down, and we'll see if he gets it or not. It's going to be a nice tackle made by 32, Chris Berhanich.
He didn't get it.
Well, it's got to be on the line, and they're going to have timeout for a measurement. Boy, a great tackle by Berhanich. It looked like Evans had clear shot there, and Berhanich came from the side and got him.
Berhanich is one of the people we were told to look for. Brent Andrew is the quarterback. Berhanich, of course, will be the running back, the featured running back in the offense. But defensively, again, an all-around athlete. He's a kid whose names you're going to hear. You heard it last year a lot during the game. You'll hear it even more this year. And once again, I called it perfectly.
Well, that was a
No
great
first
job
down.
by Evans to get when he went down with his arm out. He stretched his arm out to get the first down. Good job that time by Dave Evans.
I'm having trouble adjusting to an afternoon game myself. It's really too bright here right now. I'm concerned.
Well, you're used to seeing blue and white on a Saturday afternoon.
Pretty much.
First down, Red Tornadoes the ball on the 30-yard line. Tries Veach off the right side, and not much room there. Nice tackle. Balliet in on the tackle, number 4 also in there. Looks like 51 helping out on the tackle, Joe Harmonowski. And Harmonowski doing a nice job early here for the Colts. Second down and 10, but it looks like they're daring Mount Carmel to throw right now because it's the defense you're talking about, Warren, where they're just waiting back and just filling all the gaps for the running.
Well, again, and you see they originally line up with 3 down linemen. Now watch, they decide at the last minute which one stays down.
And then they shift. There they go.
The guy in the middle, for the most part, is the guy standing up then as a middle linebacker.
Tries to Costello up the middle. And again, you're running back into that section where there's four people waiting right there after about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Yeah, it's a little bit different defense than we've seen this year so far. And again, it's a defense that we have had problems with over the past. It's a difficult defense to run on. And you're right, you're going to have to sooner or later open the ball up and spread them a little bit because they're pretty well jammed in there now.
Third down and about 4 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 9:13 left in the first. A bootleg with Karnowski. Still has the ball on the right side, and he's going. First down at the 38-yard line of the Colts. Nice job on the option play. It wasn't a bootleg, on the option play by Karnowski.
And that's one of the plays that I think, Wayne, you'll agree is how they're going to loosen them up a little bit. Spread them a little bit further along the field so you can get some lanes opened up here.
What they're doing is actually they're jumping into a 5-2, 5-3, showing us, and then right before the snap, they're jumping into a 4-4 defense, picking up the halfbacks.
Ball's on the 36-yard line. Karnowski, quick drop back. Hits Jamin for about a 5-yard gain. Nice pass and a catch by Jamin.
And you know, as everybody's keying on a 4-4, Warren, your whole backfield is keyed on by a linebacker. The only problem is the quarterback is usually the one that's not usually keyed on.
Right.
So with that option play, you show the dive, everybody goes after the dive man, and Vic was open.
Right.
Flags on the play, and it looks like we're going to have a motion call. And if the mics are working, we should hear Joe Cesare, the head referee, call this one. Well, legal procedure called against the Red Tornadoes. Hit the Red Tornado offense right here real quick. At tight end, number 83, Eric Higgins. Left tackle, 56, Gary Dunn. Ricky Harris, 65 at left guard, 75 Jonathan Else at center, 66 Joe Chicatano at right guard, and 78 Mike Boyer at right tackle. Karnowski, drop back. On the fly pattern to Malachowski, has him out there, intercepted on about the 10-yard line by number 32. Nice interception by Chris Perhanich. Good job by Perhanich out there. The ball sort of drifted to the right, and he got good position.
Well, Perhanich, that was a play designed to stop the running back or the receiver, and then he stop and go where he then streaks down the field. They weren't fooled. It was double coverage and it was well covered.
Double coverage. Colts set up offensively on the 11-yard line. Andrew hands off to 32 Perhanich. Gain of about maybe 2 or 3 yards. Tackled by Chicatano and 64 Sinkovich.
This is an offense now that we definitely have not seen parts of this offense since last year. They're apparently prepared to line up at some point with no one in the backfield. Right. They will send everybody wide as receivers, and there will be no back in the backfield.
Looks pretty close to right here.
Right, Balliet's left up over to the left there. Andrew hands off to Perhanich, finds some running room around the left side. Nice tackle made by Malachowski and Costello, but looks like it'll be close to a first down.
Interesting call that time out of a no-back set where there's a flanker on either side, which gives him the option of handing off to either one of those flankers, which he did there. not a set you would normally expect to see a running game come out of, but keeping us off our balance a little bit, and that time they ran the ball from a no-back set.
Tries Balliet up the middle, doesn't go very far, gain of about 1 yard. Tackle by 41 Costello and 66 Chicatano. Second down and 8, the ball on the 24-yard line. 6:33 left in the first. No score. Balliet and Perhanich now in the I formation. Andrew with the draw play. Gain of about 5 yards. Fumble on the play, and the ball.
Fumble.
Oh, they're calling it down, but he was not down.
They can call what they want. That was a fumble, ladies and gentlemen. A fumble which was not called. Sorry.
That happens at Marian often, though.
Bottom line is he blew the call.
He was in the air yet.
All-out fumble there. I'm going to call it the way it was, and it was right in front of the camera, so you'll see it.
Well, what Coach Williams is arguing too is it was not the other guy's call. It was our lineman call. He had the ball on this side.
Yeah, they fumbled the call on that one. Absolutely.
Third down and 1 yard to go for the Colts. Andrew. To Perhanich, off the stuck by number 64 Sinkovic. Great tackle, and that will not be a first down.
No, he didn't get it for sure that time. That was a nice stuff by Sinkovic. 4th and 1.
4th and less than 1, really, to go.
They're waiting to see. The coaches up here next to us are all saying the same thing. Watch the fake. Watch that they're going to call a long count, anything to draw us offside to try to make us move and get a first down. They line up in a punt formation.
Andrew, the quarterback, is also the punter, so he has the ability to pass from this formation. Snaps back. He's going to kick it. Kicks away. Dave Evans, the lone back for the Red Tornadoes, and the ball bounces on about the 19-yard line and is going to be down on about the 12-yard line. But again, a smart call by Marian to make it look that way when you have Andrew there and all. Mount Carmel can only put one back on that play, on that short kick.
Well, you take away any kind of return. I mean, obviously when you're worried.
Field position definitely switches toward Marian here again as the Red Tornadoes had moved the ball to about the 30-yard line and now have a first down and 10 from the 12. 4:37 left in the first quarter. Karnaski to Veach. Going to try out around the left side, has some running room, needs one block, still on his feet. First down, Red Tornadoes at about the 25-yard line.
Nice play that time. Jamin getting up kind of funny there. In fact, he's going to walk off the field. He was involved in the last block. In fact, he had two guys that he was blocking at the last moment there, but he shook himself up a little bit, and he's out of the game. I didn't see who went in. Did you see who goes in for him?
Dan Malakowski, 29.
In for Jamin at the moment.
Karnaski tried that one on a sweep. It looked like kind of come around the left side, and a lot of tackles in there. Number 4, Balliet, the initial hit.
Who's the head referee today?
Cesari.
That's unfortunate.
.338 left in the first. Red Tornadoes faced with a second down and 8 yards to go. Evans in motion. Pitch back to Veach. Not going anywhere because, again, the defense was spread out really wide that time, and he's tackled for about maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain.
I'll tell you what, I'm assuming that we're fooling around here a little bit, getting a lot of different plays out, because if you notice that line, those linebackers, and when you had said this, Wayne, they're keying on the movement, but they're leaving the middle wide open.
Wide open.
I think you're going to see a quick dive, or you're going to see somebody shoot back through the middle there. That's where it seems to be the weak spot now. When they send Veach in motion on either direction, it has the linebackers moving that way automatically.
Karnaski back to pass. Looks at Veach. Flying down the field. Number 1's in there, and he's in for the interception. Nice interception made by Scott Holloman. And again, great coverage. Great coverage by the Marian Colts.
Now, Veach was open early. He wasn't open late. That was the problem. Secondly, it's a windy day. Not an easy day to throw the ball so far down the field as we're trying to there on that one. And on the other interception, the same way. Again, he was not open. I mean, he was open early when he swung out of the backfield, which is a play you want to look to later on in the game. But that long pass was not an open one.
First down, Colts. Fumble on the play. Andrew picks it up, hands to Perhonich. Big hit by 47, Steve Sinkovich. Loss of about 1 yard, so it'll be second down and 11 yards to go. Number 3 in at quarterback this time. Oh, Andrew's still in at quarterback. I thought they changed his number. I thought he was number 7. I apologize. Andrew back to pass. Nice rush. Good catch made by Perhonich. Sliding down. He caught it from the back over his shoulder on the ground. Nice catch by Perhonich.
It's about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Maybe 5 or so. Brings up another 3rd and 5. I'm waiting for the scoreboard to change it. It is 3rd and 6 then. Okay, they're going to say a 4 yard gain.
1:47 left in the first, and this first quarter is going by quickly.
Very quickly.
Yep.
Andrew was under a lot of pressure that time, which is why that pass wasn't quite as accurate as you'd expect.
Inside handoff to Perhonich. Red. Beautiful read that time by number 83, Eric Higgins, and then helped out by 47, Sinkovich. But punt
Higgins.
situation. Punt situation. He just stayed right where he was supposed to on that play.
What a hit, though. Squared his shoulders and just whacked him.
The first time they ran that play, it went for something. I think Higgins had gone on a fake, but that time he held ground beautifully.
Oh, that was a tremendous hit that time by Higgins.
Actually, number 7, Mike Leitzel in the punt. 2 backs deep for the Red Tornadoes. Big kick going to be taken by Malachowski. Looks about on the 20-yard line. Good blocking, and here comes Malachowski.
2 of them, Costello.
And he's still in bounds and still on his feet to the 38-yard line, but 2 great hits.
Oh my goodness.
Some great blocking by the Red Tornadoes on that play.
Jamin and Costello. Boy, Jeevers creep. The first hit was Jamin, I thought, my goodness, and I took my eye for a second. I hear it crash, and it's Costello, the cast man.
Oh, both of them. Those kids are picking up their teeth, I think, back there on the 30-yard line.
2 vicious blocks on that punt return. My goodness.
First down, Red Tornadoes on the 38-yard line. 41 seconds left in the first. Tries the Veach off the left side. Nice running room this time. Waits for his block. Gets a block. Takes it back to the open end of the field.
Nice
and
block,
this one should be a touchdown.
It will
be. No flags on the play. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Nice run by Brett Veach that time. Good blocking by the left side of the Red Tornado line.
It's exactly what Warren was saying in the last series of downs when we were running the ball down there, that they're keen on the motion. The middle, Warren, was wide open. Our offensive line, the trap that they ran, just blew a big hole in for Veach.
This Marian is a team that's been seasoned in this extra point. They knew where to line up at.
64, Mike Sinkovich into attempt. Snaps down, the kick's up, and it's good. With 29 seconds left in the first quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 7, the Marian Catholic Colts nothing.
Again, I'll tell you what, some nice downfield blocking. You can see, again, the maturity of the boys coming through. In the first 2 games, we saw, some nice run backs, some big yardage touchdowns called back because of clipping, Warren. When we get down to that open field with Brett making his moves in and out, we're hitting in the backside. Now, all of a sudden, there's Higgins down there, and as soon as Veach saw where he was standing, Veach cut down behind him, and Higgins knew that he had to turn his body around to make the block, and he did an excellent job on it.
You won't see, in a running back, you're not going to see that kind of patience. He was actually, I would say, almost dead stopped, waiting for the block to occur, and then cut off the block. But most guys would have been straight ahead, and been caught up in the traffic by that time.
Yeah, it was a great run.
You don't find many backs that can do that and have the speed to accelerate after you've slowed down so far and then move ahead like that.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, 41, Joe Costello. Nice kick by Costello. Drives them back to about the 8-yard line. Number 2, Kyle Natt with the ball. And
Montgomery.
Nice tackle made. 21, Matt Montgomery.
Well, he was down like a flash that time.
Also right with him was 44, John Kalinowski. Montgomery on the tackle, though.
Now, there's 2 speed burners there. They're racing each other to see who was down first all the time, the 2 of those guys.
First down, Colts the ball on the 28-yard line. Andrew, back to pass. Rush from Malachowski, but wide open and a tackle made by 27, Dave Evans, but a good catch made by number 4, Rick Balliot. Good play there.
Sort of looked like a screen pass the way he was going back. I mean, he was being pressured by our line. There was nobody that blocked him, and that sort of looked like they were trying to set up on the right-hand side.
And that's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 7, the Colts nothing, and a little bit of tower power here this week, Warren.
Well, once again, a little bit bigger tower than we had the last time even. You're going to get some nice shots from up in the air today, folks. Again, courtesy of Industrial Maintenance and Construction is providing the crane here for our guy in the bucket. I'll tell you what, Joe Novotny's my main man.
He's earning his money today, isn't he?
Oh, he's got to be, what, 50 feet up there? 30, 40, 50 feet up.
At some point, we have to get Andrea to get her camera on Joe up there and get a picture of what flying in the sky.
I'll tell you what, he's definitely has my respect going up that far. Look at this guy.
Still didn't bring your blimp yet, though, Warren.
That's our next thing. We're
Okay.
going to buy a blimp for next year, probably. It's anything we don't have now. Oh, we're at the quarter here, guys.
Well,
yeah, I'm busy blathering here. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching WKMC TV, broadcasting in signal over microwave signal WLX267. We are an instructional fixed television service. You are catching us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m., channel 13 on the service electric cable system. I had plenty of time to spare, and I was nervous.
Excellent. Short second down run, and it was close to him not actually making it. Perhanich blocked up in the middle there by Sinkovic. The twins were right there.
Jay Malachowski was
Malachowski okay there too. First down, Colts. The ball on the 40-yard line.
It's getting colder.
I wore a jacket.
I have one too. I didn't have to put it on at halftime, I think, the way it's going. It's probably about 10 degrees colder where Joe is.
Andrew back to pass, looks out in the flat, hits number 88 and a big hit by Dan Malachowski, but the catch made by Steve Galatko.
Nice catch that time. He held on. He got a nice hit. Not enough for the first down, which is going to bring up. Are we in third or
no?
Second.
Well, they got that first down on that.
So second and
seven.
It was only really a 3-yard catch. It looked like a lot more when it was going there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Danny hit him hard, and he did fumble the ball a little bit, but retained possession as he was going down.
Motion play here for the Colts. Andrew fakes the run, back to pass, big rush by Malachowski, and he throws it over the receiver's head. But when you see Malachowski coming in like that, you're going to throw it over people's heads.
Hello.
Marian's looking for an interference call. He fell down. I mean, that's the way it works. A lot of pressure that time on a quarterback, and again, that shows you what will happen. He would not have been close to him had he not fallen down on that pass, so I don't think it mattered much how he fell down.
Oh, here's the other thing you have to look at too, Warren. With the change of quarter, Marian is now going into the stiff when Mount Carmel was in the first period.
Andrew, big rush from Higgins. Gets the pass away, but it's complete, but not enough for a first down. Nice tackle made by Montgomery, the free safety, but it will be fourth down and about a yard to go.
I'll tell you what.
Fourth and more than a yard.
Their quarterback has now taken 2 hits, one off of Jay Malachowski in the third or second down, and this one here, Higgins.
This was Higgins.
Just crushed him a second time. Now, I don't think our quarterback's going to be able to put up with that type of punishment. They're going to have to keep someone back to protect him a little bit.
Matt Leitzel in the punt for the Colts. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, 29 Malachowski and 27 Evans. Snaps back. Kicks away, end over end, bouncing in the direction of Evans.
Let that one go.
Very short punt, and will be down on about the 20-yard line. So for how great of a punt he had, the wind must be really great. It doesn't appear that much right where we're standing, but you could tell from his first punts in the first quarter how much farther they went than these.
It's a jet stream.
We'll have to yell up to Joe and ask him.
Well, Joe's above the jet stream.
Oh, is he?
Joe's probably oxygen deprived up there right now.
9:53 left in the first half. 7-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Veach off the right side to the short side of the field. First down and more. About a 15-yard gain. Good blocking that time, the right side of the Red Tornado line. First down, Red Tornadoes.
Well, I'll tell you what, they really did a beautiful job there. Mike Boyer on the right-hand side, Joe Chicatano, Jonathan Else picking up the linebackers and opening up a seam just big enough for Brett to get through.
You're seeing Marian now defensively adjusting. They're trying to adjust, but the thing that they can't adjust to is the speed. They're off balance a little bit with speed. They don't want them to get around them, but at the same time they're leaving the middle too open, and they're afraid to get hurt there now.
Up the middle to Costello. Big hole. Lots of running room now. One man to beat, and he gets about another 15-yard gain. First down, Red Tornadoes, and now they're pounding it on the ground.
I'm very concerned, though. Joe hasn't told me this, but he has obviously changed his running style.
Oh, definitely.
Number 2 would have been a roadkill 3 games ago, and he actually sidestepped
He
him.
ran around him.
Not his style. I mean, he would have usually wanted to just tattoo him on his way by, but he's changed his running style a little bit, and I'm concerned he didn't confide in me before he did this.
Karnowski inside to Evans. There's a hole. First down, Red Tornadoes, and another about a 12-yard gain. Nice run that time by Evans. Good blocking. Line's doing a great job there.
Well, Marian's off balance now there.
That's exactly what I think what it is, Warren. In the first 2 series of downs when we had the ball, they were down in the 5-3. And if you remember the other night, we were told that we were expecting a 5-3, 52-53 defense. They were jumping into a 4-4.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, we've seen the 4-4 before. Now we're picking up our blocking assignments, and everything's opening up in the middle.
Veach off the right side. Good room this time, and Veach is on his way.
Oh.
Nice cut back by Brett Veach. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
Now, Brett Veach
great
is putting
job.
a clinic on
that
right now,
time he
folks.
did. That was a
I'll
great
tell you
job.
what, you know what's going to be great? If Joe Novotny up in the tower up here had gotten that run where you could look from the top down, where we're at your level, and you can see how Brett's picking out his blocking.
64, Sinkovic in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. The holder, 21, Matt Montgomery. Snapper, 66, Joe Chicatano. Snaps back, the kick's up, and it's good. With 8:13 remaining in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 14, the Marian Colts nothing. Impressive drive that time on the ground by the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, I mean, blocking-wise, they're, as Wayne said, they figured it out now, and they're really, really opening some holes up. And again, I think that Marian has got to quit moving so much on defense. Whatever defense they're going to be in, they need to play it more straight ahead, because that's where they're getting beat at right now. Again, those are inside plays. These are called inside sallies, is what they used to be called. I don't know what they call them now. That inside sally, it's hitting between the guard and the tackle. And that, that's where all the room is being made, not around the end any longer. And if you look at their defense, they've spread their defense, which I think they've spread it too far to contain the corners, but not enough to contain inside. Assuming that we didn't run inside, I'm guessing would be what they were thinking here.
41, Joe Costello will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Kyle Nat takes it on about the 15-yard line. Still brings it around the side.
Oh.
Big hit by 41, Joe Costello.
Oh, Cassman.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, my goodness, Cassman.
Oh.
They're going to make him carry a license pretty soon, I'm telling you. That is unbelievable. I actually that was a chance you had to see him take a second, get him in his sights, and then say, "Now I'm going to pulverize you." And it was like slow motion when he hit him. It was that hard.
First down, Colts. Andrews set with Balliet, the lone back. Again, spread out offense. Back to pass. Looks over the middle. Great play by 27, Dave Evans.
The man. That was as good as you get in defense.
He watched until the very last second, then he came over and stepped right in front.
As good as you get defensively was right there with Dave Evans. It doesn't get any better.
Second down and 10 for the Colts. Perhanich and Balliet in the backfield. Andrew to Perhanich on the draw. Good play by 64, Mike Sinkovich. He tripped him up as he went by.
I don't know who he's lining up against.
63.
Would be who? 63 is Gardini. But I'll tell you what, when he looks at the films, Gardini is going to be a little bit worried because he's being completely manhandled here. I mean, Sinkovich owns him since the beginning of the game, and he's not really able to do much of anything with him.
And he's 6'2", or listed in the program at least as 6'2", 240 pounds.
Well, he's not going to want to see the films after the way he's been playing so far. He needs to step it up a little bit.
Third down and 10 for the Colts. 7:21 left in the first half. Andrew back to pass. Right over the middle, nice pass to number 2, Kyle Nat, and it was a great throw from Andrew. He had pressure, but good blocking that time by the Marian front.
That's why he's dangerous. You see that? When you give him time, and he had time, he'll find a receiver and he'll put the ball there. He really can. And he was the biggest worry, I think, of the coaching staff going into the game was Andrew, seconded by Perhanich, but I don't think any coach, although they're not going to admit it, really thinks that you're going to win a ball game by running the ball down our throat. It isn't going to happen. A passer could probably do it.
Back to pass again. Hits the tight end. Costello in on the tackle, but a nice catch made by Kevin Rutch, the tight end. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Looks like a 4-yard pickup for Rutch.
Now, what you're seeing now is as
Rutch.
As Warren was talking before about Mike Sinkovich and number 63, on the last pass play, they double-teamed Sinkovich. They double-teamed him again on this one, but it left Stephen wide open to come in and hit the quarterback. So we're getting pressure from someplace.
Yeah, they're sensing the problem over there, and I saw that the play before was also a double-team.
Tried the inside handoff. It works and gains about maybe 6 yards. Higgins in on the tackle along with Chicatano, but number 2, Kyle Nat in on the run. And a nice run that time by Marian. Third down and 1 yard to go.
Big play here for Marian, I think. And I think they also might consider going no matter what here. This might be 2-down territory for them right now. There's 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the ball game, or in the first half of the ball game. Mount Carmel ahead 14-0.
Well, we saw Andrew, the quarterback, come along when he was a freshman, Warren, and this is his third year as a junior here, and he'll be back next year. Tries Perhanich. Big stick that time by number 27, Dave Evans.
He lost yardage.
Beautiful.
He came back a little
also
bit.
hanging on, Jay Malakowski, number 60.
Costello comes out of the ball game, and he's coming out with an injury, believe it or not. Well, it's hard to believe that he comes out with an injury.
No, he got a stinger on the thumb, I think.
Mount Carmel area is confused and is going to call timeout.
Cesare gave the Marian called timeout before we did.
Oh, okay. Mount Carmel area got saved there because
what happened was when Joey came off, he yelled Boyer. Costello yelled Boyer, and Boyer went out, and that's where the confusion took place.
Well, what would happen there is Boyer would go in and take Sinkovich's place in the line.
Sinkovich should have come back to line, but they didn't Michael thought he was going in for him.
Well, I don't think Sinkovich knew that Costello came out. I don't know if we knew who was leaving the game there. That's a rare confusion moment for us. We were saved anyway. Called it on the other guys anyway. In a game the way we thought it would go. Marian Catholic relying more heavily on passing than running, feeling that that's the way they're going to win the ball game. We need to put pressure. When pressure's on Andrews, we're going to win the game. If we let him sit back there and throw, we're going to be in for a tough game, even being up 14 points where we are now. A big fourth and a little bit more than one now for Marian Colts.
Here's a different defense for the Red Tornadoes right now. Oh, they're going to get it. Jumped offside. The left side of the Red Tornado defense went offside, and good job by Andrew that time, changing his cadence and getting someone to jump.
See, I don't like that play, though. I don't like that rule where you just move on defense. I don't understand what that rule was meant to do. We used to be able to come across, and if you didn't hit the guy,
right.
You know, if you didn't touch him, you were fine. I don't understand why we changed that rule, and I have not liked it since we have. It takes a lot of the play, I think, out of playing defense when you do it that way.
5 minutes left in the first half. Marian with a drive going on here on the 38-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. Andrew rolls to his right. Now looks across the middle. Nice play made by
again
27 Evans.
Evans is all over the place, especially down the middle right now. Otherwise, that would have been a completion, and he had all the time in the world to throw the ball that time. We're not getting enough pressure on him at the moment.
I'll tell you what, Montgomery, again, he was in the right spot at the right time also. He was covering the man to let Evans even make a motion for the ball. Evans was going for the interception there.
Have like a windstorm going on here now.
There's a good breeze blowing out there. 2nd down and 10. Andrew to Perhonage. It's Bally at the ball carrier. Gain of about 5 yards. Chicatano in on the tackle, along with number 60, Jay Malakowski.
This is a nice series they put together here. They're mixing the pass and the run a little bit better than they have been in the beginning of the game, and they're making some yardage now.
.427 left in the first half. Fake handoff, bootleg around the left side. Read by Malakowski, but a nice move by Andrew for the first down. Finished off by Montgomery, Jamin, and also in there Chicatano, but a great move by the quarterback to get around Dan Malakowski.
This is their best drive so far of the game, and a lot of it's coming on their left side. They're running to the left right now almost exclusively down the field. So they're seeing something on the left that they like and they think they can exploit. A little bit of passing, which is keeping our backs, keeping us a little bit even as far as where we're lining up at. You always have to respect what that kid can do with the football when he throws.
Andrew gonna throw, looks in the corner of the end zone, has Veach out there. Oh, what a great catch made by number 1, which is Scott Holman, and that's gonna be interference against the Red Tornadoes, and it will be a touchdown probably for Marian.
Penalty flag went down right at the catch. I don't know who he's calling. I'm assuming he's calling us.
I don't know how he could, how that call could even be made down there. Brett had position on the ball. He had the inside position all the way, and actually had his hands on the ball when they went down. So
Colts line up for that 2-point extra attempt here, and now they shift back.
There's more strategy on extra points in this game than you'll see all year.
Snaps it back, it's down, kicks up, and blocked. Good block by 29 Malakowski.
Danny.
So with 3:44 remaining in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 14, the Marian Colts 6. Nice drive that time by the Colts. So probably one of the best drives we've seen against this Red Tornado defense this year. It is.
It's the second time somebody scored against them, against the first-team defense all year. So.
However, the first time was actually just that long run by Rosini. So this is really probably the best drive we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we need to adjust to whatever it is they saw on our left side. Or our right side on defense. That's where they were coming. And they came almost exclusively at us over there for the entire drive. So we're going to make an adjustment and tighten up over there.
Number 4, Rick Balliet will kick off for the Colts. Gets caught up in the wind, going to be taken by Veach on about the 21-yard line. Breaks it to the left side, makes some nice cuts, and gets the ball up to the 37-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
See what Big Red does to answer the Marian score. This is an odd defense, guys. Look at this defense.
Really packed up the middle. And here comes Veach right off the right side. Good call against that defense. Veach cuts it back and now looks and gets close. No, he's not out of bounds. He was still in bounds at the 41-yard line, but a great run that time by Veach and a good blocking on the right side of the tornado line.
Did Bus make a block or what?
I'll tell you, and I was just going to say that. It was the center, Jonathan Else,
Bus
and
Else.
Joe Chicatano. All they did was an out, and they shielded. The 3 linebackers were right out of the play right off the bat.
They stayed right there in the middle. They had to
seen.
block those 3 guys, right.
I said to you when it 4th out, I said, "Do you ever see a defense like this? I mean, there's 3 guys standing next to each other. I don't know what the play was there." Somewhat, I don't think you're going to see that defense again somehow.
You wouldn't think so, would you?
That was not exactly the best defense to be running right now. It's almost as if, and I'm saying that they're leaving the middle open all this time. It's like they adjusted and said, okay, everybody stand in the middle and see what happens if we do it that way, because just not a good defense to be in. And I'm not sure all those 3 guys knew they were all there.
Well,
I don't know how they could have been standing like that without knowing it, though.
But it sort of shows a little bit of frustration on Marian's part. They're trying to block up the middle. We're running to the outside. They stop the outside. We come back in with our sallies to the inside, and we're still picking up yardage. So it's a little bit of frustration maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, 1st down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. 3:28 left on the clock in the first half. Karnaski, quick pass to Evans. He catches the ball for about a 3-yard gain. Good catch that time by Evans just to grab onto it. He stayed down with both elbows right on the ground.
It looked like that was tipped. A defensive lineman coming from their right defensive side. It was their tackle or somebody might have gotten a hand on it.
Clock running right now in favor of the Colts, but lots of time for the Red Tornadoes with the ball on the 38-yard line. Right over the middle to Jamin, off his hands, and incompleted pass. 3rd down and about 7 to go. Double coverage on Jamin that time again. Looks like they always have 2 guys out on Jamin.
Yeah, they've taken the pass away a little bit here. They really have. They're playing great pass defense, and they're covering it well. But again, if you're doing that, it means that you can run on them, and that's exactly what's occurred so far, is that they've been run on pretty heavy.
Evans now has double team. Well, no, they switch on that as Evans is split far right. Karnaski, draw play to Veach. Takes it to the left side, fumbles, picks the ball back up, and will be close to a 1st down.
I have no idea where it is now.
Wait, it bounced right back into his hands.
About the 32-yard line.
So it'll be 4th down and 2 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 2:33 left in the clock in the first half.
That's one of those fumbles that it hit the ground and came right up into Brett's hands again. It didn't squirt all over the field.
Big Red will go for the 1st down. It's 4th. The scoreboard's listing at 4th and 3. I think it's a little closer than 3.
Yeah, it looks more like about 2 yards to go. Again, they're not jammed up too much in the middle here right now.
Look at this backfield, guys.
We're going to try it to Veach, and a great hit from the left corner spot by number 2, which is Kyle Nat. He just came shooting in from the left side. Good tackle that time. But the middle was wide open. It looked like, that's what you were thinking there too, Wayne. I know you were saying the middle.
The middle was wide open. Their 2 linebackers were in the gaps between the tackle and guards, and that middle was wide open. I don't know how number 2 even came, unless it was a blitz, one or the other. Run a stunt, run to either side of the center, and then he comes up through.
Marian with 2:04 left in the first half, 14-6, Red Tornadoes in the lead, and right here the Red Tornadoes have to dig in. Andrew, back to pass, looks across the middle, hit his tight end right in the hands, and he dropped the ball. Intercepted by...
That's
yeah, it was.
That's an interception,
had
folks.
the interception, they didn't call it. It bounced out of his hands and right into Evans's hands.
That's an interception, guys. You give him the ball. What are we doing here?
It's Marian's ball.
Again, you know who made that call? It was the backside referee. It wasn't the referee facing the call. That ball never touched the ground.
Oh, I thought he caught it. I really did.
Well, only 3 seconds went off the clock on that play, too. Andrew, back to pass, gets the rush, rolls to his right, hit by Sinkovic and over the head of number 8, which is Dave McAndrew, but a great hit by Steven Sinkovich that time. Nice rush.
And I think Wayne made a good point here. Now, Andrews is walking around here, but he's not going to be able to take that many good hits all game. I don't know how many times he's going to get hit like that before something gives way on him. He's taking a good pound on the times that we get to him. We don't get to him often, but each time we do, it's a good, clean hit. And he's taken some vicious hits so far in the game. He's a pretty tough kid.
Trips right here for the Colts.
We're not covering everybody.
Nobody's coming over.
It's going to be a fly pass. Here's the rush from the Red Tornadoes. A clip in the backfield. They didn't call it. Montgomery, caught by number 1. Good tackle,
Fumbled
or good catch by Scott Holm, and Montgomery went up in the air, and it was a perfect pass to the to number 1.
Gentlemen, we're in a little bit of trouble here now, folks. 1:42 remaining in the half, and they have all the momentum, a long pass play. He was double covered and still caught the ball.
Andrew has an arm. There's no doubt about it. He can get it there, and that play showed it right there.
He's the best quarterback we've seen so far this year. And Big Red's back is to the wall now.
Andrew looks in the corner. Big hit by Evans, but caught for a gain of about 5 yards. So it'll be second down and goal to go from about the 4 or 5 yard line.
Second and 4 yards to go.
Again, Coach Standick not afraid to let Andrew throw down here either, Wayne. And we're going to have an offside called here against the Red Tornadoes.
I'll tell you what, their quarterback has an excellent cadence. And his linemen are very disciplined. That's twice now that we were caught offsides on that.
So it brings up a 2nd and 2 to go for a touchdown now, folks.
The whammy of the Saturday afternoon game is upon us. Andrew sets the Colts. Hand off to Perhanich. Fumble! Recovered by Montgomery in the end zone, and he's down in the end zone. It'll be Mount Carmel's ball. Touchback, first down, and 10 to go. Great job by the Red Tornadoes that time.
That ball came up, right?
He was not down. He was not down. There's no way he was down. It was a touchback. The side judge is still trying to call it that it was down, though, Wayne.
You have to watch this replay. The ball squirts up in the air, and Montgomery gets it, and he's looking to take off around the corner. Costello's grabbing him by the jersey
pull him
and
back
pull him
down.
back.
Yeah, pull him back into the end zone. Heads up play by Montgomery that time.
Oh, yeah.
He recovered a fumble actually in the end zone. And a big Marian Colt threat has ended in disappointment for them.
Karnowski to Veach. Tries it off the left side. Tackle made by number 40 that time of the Colts, Dustin Varner. 1:18 left on the clock. Red Tornadoes look like they're going to be content here to go in at halftime with the running plays, but we'll see what they go with. Yep, Veach off the left side, up the middle, find some running room. First down, Red Tornadoes to about the 35-yard line. Now timeout called by the Red Tornadoes.
52 seconds left. See, I think Big Red, I mean, again, I'm not on the sidelines and I'm not getting paid. But I'd stay with the running game for the rest of this game if I had to. They don't play the running game nearly as well as they play the passing game. Their defensing is very well passing, and although we have not shown the entire passing game yet, we're not seeing a whole ton of passing from us. We seem to be able to almost run at will the way they're going right now. Now, again, they're probably in a little bit of a prevent here in the final seconds. They've loosened themselves up a little bit, which they're willing to give up some long runs as long as we don't get into the end zone. But they're playing as tough as we thought they would, as tough as we've seen them play before.
That's right.
They're never a pushover team.
And you just have a little tendency to get up a little more for a Mount Carmel team coming in here on a Saturday afternoon.
And it's your home
They
field.
don't do quite as well at home, though, when they're at our house, at,
Right.
at the Silver Bowl. But here, for some reason, that Saturday afternoon game on their field, they play well. Karnaski, back to pass. Has time. Looks at Jamin.
Out of bounds.
And he didn't go out of bounds, and I don't think he will be out of bounds. And the clock will keep running, and it's not a first down. And the clock still runs. They ran 4 seconds onto the clock.
Now we gotta get the clock straightened out now. 32 seconds remain on the clock now, and I believe they're going to try to.
They're saying 34 right now.
Now there's 43 seconds left. They did
So
correct it.
Larry, he wants to run down to 34.
There it is.
Wow, second and a half.
I'll be truth with you, Joe Cesare didn't have a clue how much time should have went
No,
back on there.
You're right.
Karnaski, back to pass. Has the rush on. And he's tackled for about a 20-yard loss. Everybody covered. He looked downfield and just everybody was covered.
Again, like Warren said, they're back in the prevent defense. They're going to let everybody run and then start picking them up 15, 20 yards off the line, give
and-
themselves
right.
a cushion.
You need to make that 15-yard pass
Oh,
and
yeah.
let that back or whoever catches the ball go for it then. That was going to be a long pass.
Oh, yeah. He was going to haul that one.
But we have a timeout with 23 seconds left on the clock. The Red Tornadoes still up 14-6 in the first half. Joe's still flying up top. I just checked him to make sure he was okay up there.
You better be careful with airplanes coming up. There's not an airport somewhere close to us here.
This will be probably some of the, well, it will be the best pictures we've ever gotten from a Marian game, though.
Second and 22 for Big Red.
Jamin in motion. Karnaski back to pass. Good blocking that time. Looks over the middle at Jamin, just off the reaches, and it'll be a third down for the Red Tornadoes.
Can't have better protection than that. That's for sure. That's as good as it gets, folks. He could have had his lunch back there before he threw the ball on that one.
Well, 16 seconds left. Costello goes in motion. Karnaski, draw play to Veach. Good block that time. Brett's going to bring it around the right side. First down, Red Tornadoes, and he gets out of bounds. And there's clock still running. The clock ran as he went out of bounds for another 2 seconds.
Yeah, let's adjust the clock again, folks. This must be the guy who runs the clock's first day.
No. First down, Red Tornadoes. Oh, fourth down, I'm sorry. Fourth down, 3 yards to go. Karnaski looks on a fly pattern out there to Higgins, bounces around, and that'll run out the first half. Exciting first half, the end of the first half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 14, the Marian Colts 6. We'll be back with some halftime stats in 1 moment. All right, we're back, and second half about ready to get started. We have some first half stats, but I guess you're going to save those. Is that what we're doing, or?
Geez, I forgot to read them. I stuck them in my pocket, and I forgot to read them. I was under such pressure down there. Mount Carmel area in the first half rushed the ball 20 times for a total of 220 yards. They were in passing, they were 4 of 9 for 22 yards. Individually, of course, Veach had 13 carries for 163 yards, folks, in the first half. Cassidy, 3 rushes for 27 yards. Vic, 3 for 18 yards. And Davey Evans, 1 for 12. On the receiving end, Jamin had 2 catches for 16 yards. Evans, 2 for a total of 6 yards. We had 11 first downs in the first half. Marian Catholic rushed the ball 14 times for 42 yards, but they were 9 of 14 for 128 yards passing, guys, and that we've seen in the game. First downs were 7, and not only was that, as Jose tells me, the second actual touchdown scored against the first defense, it was the first passing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, okay.
There you have it. So we had a couple of firsts here, ones we probably would have wanted to do without, but we have them. A sloppy game officiating-wise. We've talked about that in the first half. The clock is set to Eastern Standard Time in Istanbul, not on this field.
Big kick by Costello, taken by Kyle Nat. Brings it up the middle and stopped. Down on the bottom of the pile for the Red Tornadoes.
And
40, Damian Ziegler. 83, Eric Higgins.
And Ziegler and Higgins were kind of jamming the entire operation. They must have taken 5 guys down with them when they went down.
First down, Colts from the 30-yard line. The Colts will have the win for the third quarter, the Red Tornadoes for the fourth quarter.
And the wind is considerable right now. You probably hear it in our headsets even. It is very, very windy to start the third quarter.
Andrew, quick out. Hits 80. Oh, looked like intercepted by Veach. And the guy with his back to it called the incomplete. Unbelievable. Maybe we'll see it from the camera angle. We're not sure. Definitely looked like he picked it up.
I couldn't watch. Everybody was standing there. I couldn't tell when he hit the ground where the ball was.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Colts. Good defense that time by Dave Evans.
I thought they had missed it in the first half.
Brett Veach, left cornerback.
See what Big Red does differently now, pressure-wise on the quarterback.
Going with a 4-man line this time. Tries the inside hand on the Pahanich.
No way.
Big hit that time from the Red Tornado defense. 64, Sinkovich. 60, Malakowski. 47, Steve Sinkovich also in there.
You would have thought they yelled the play over the line to us before they ran at that time.
I'll tell you what, Steve Sinkovich had some great penetration there and came in and
from his nose position,
from his nose guard position, and did go to the left and made the tackle.
A loss of 3 yards on that play.
Third down, 13 yards to go for the Colts. Early in the third quarter, 11-17 left. Trips left, or trips right again for the Colts. Andrew looking to his left side. Jamin with the rush. Now looks down the middle. Big rush by Sinkovich. Pulls him down from behind. Steven Sinkovich. Good job from his nose position and did a great job of bringing him down.
A little bit of an odd play in that it was trips right and he rolled left.
Right.
I don't know who he was looking for to hit on the left side. They were dragging across, but that's a really hard pass to make when you're running to your left like that.
And if you watch there, Jamin, it looked like the quarterback was ready to throw the ball, and he caught Jamin out of the corner of his eye, put the ball down, went to his left, and Jamin tried to contain so he wouldn't get around him coming around the right side.
Matt Leitzel in the punt for the Colts. Snaps back. No rush, kicks away, wobbly one, bounces on the 45, taken by Malakowski on the 50, makes a nice cut and brings it to the right side. Now finds some blockers and is knocked out of bounds somewhere around the 35-yard line. Good run back by the Red Tornadoes.
Nice play that time by Malakowski. Really, that one step there, I thought 52 was gonna get him, and he had a nice burst of speed and a little move there.
Malakowski took a shot, but it looks like to his hand. Red Tornadoes set up with Costello and Veach in the backfield. Up to Costello, right up the middle, gain of about 3 yards. Jammed up real tight that time by the center of the Colt defense.
We got a headlock between 65
Harris. There's Ricky's helmet, right.
And number 56.
Well, you hate when that happens.
Chris Bubel.
You talk about some head-to-head competition, boy, there it is. Good blocking.
Officials timeout for equipment adjustment on Sean Jamin. Second down and 8 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Pitch back to Veach. And take it out around the right side, and a good tackle made that time by number 40 coming from like a cornerback spot, Dustin Varner. He was lined out way out to the left, or maybe the defensive end position, Wayne.
again, it was a strange defense. Their two linebackers were from our center to our left side of the offense. So it looks like they're going with the power, and no linebacker on the right-hand side.
Third down, Karnowski back to pass. Has time, looks over the middle. Caught by number 22, Veach.
I didn't see who it was either at first.
And it won't be a first down. It'll be a fourth down and about 1 yard to go.
I'm sure Big Red looks like they're going to go for it, and they will. Just deep down. The ball's, what, on the 26? Is that the 26-yard line there? Yeah. I hate when we're so far off the middle of the field. It's hard to judge
and
where you're at here when you're not in the middle.
When you're down so low, sometimes it's hard to pick it up.
Again, look at their defense. Look at their middle linebacker.
Quarterback sneak Veach, or Karnowski. First down as he goes around the right side.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they are playing the weirdest defenses you're going to probably see all year. They're adjusting in ways I've never seen see an adjust. Now, that time, actually, they adjusted well, though. They for some reason, believed it was coming there.
Yeah, and they had the whole middle
stacked.
really stacked, right.
Yeah, but again, they're looking at the power, and they're moving their left linebacker back into a defensive halfback position.
Ball's on the 24-yard line. 8:09 left in the third quarter. Veach off the right side. Finds a hole, but a nice tackle made. 56?
That's who it looks like.
Looked like 56 on the tackle, Chris Bubble. Second down, 9 yards to go. Pitch to Costello that time, and he goes for probably about a 4-yard gain.
That was an interesting play there, too. I haven't seen that pitch like that many times.
A pitch on a dive.
Almost not sure it was supposed to be a pitch.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's what I'm wondering, too. I don't know what we were doing on that one. If it was it looked smooth enough to be designed, but I don't know if it was or not.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Ryan McGee in, split far right. Jamin split far left. Veach up the middle, cuts back to his left side, and he'll get the first down on his own. Nice run by Brett Veach that time. Got through the line, but did a little extra to get the extra 3 yards.
I believe I've seen Brett Veach have some of his greatest games. I mean, I've seen them all since he came here, but I'll tell you what, today is going to be one of his best games ever. I really believe it. I've never seen a player have that kind of vision and that kind of sense about what's occurring around him as he's in the open field as he does today. I mean, 168 yards in the first half obviously is a good game anyway, but I think he's just having a fabulous football game today.
Good job that time by Karnowski. He gets number 56, Chris Bubble, to jump offside, and I know you don't like the play, but it happened again, Warren.
56. What's his name?
Chris
what is
Bubble?
it? Bubble.
Bubble?
Well, whatever.
Bubble.
Whatever.
He jumped.
Whatever.
47, Steve Sinkovich into the Red Tornado lineup. He'll come in as a power back. First down and 5 yards to go for the Tornadoes. Veach off the left side. Makes a nice cut and gets down to the 2-yard line.
See what I mean about and there's a play that will be a run-of-the-mill play to everybody else. Watch what he did in that play.
Right.
If you're watching the extra effort and the little juke that he's making there.
I'll tell you what was great about that play. They keyed up.
We powered right.
We were going power right, which we normally run with that play when we put Sinkovich in the backfield. And we got a full house. And what happened was their linebacker went to our right side, and we came back to the left.
Yeah, their adjustments are sometimes what kills them is when they over-adjust the way they do.
Quarterback sneak, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Karnowski with the quarterback sneak behind 75, Jonathan Else, 65, Ricky Harrison, 66, Joe Chicatano.
Big Red needed that to start this second half off. Of course, Marian went into the locker room with pretty much all of the momentum except for when they fumbled in the end zone there, which took a little wind out of the sail. But they had to feel they could play with us up to that point.
Kicks up. And it's good. With 5:24 left in the third quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 21, the Marian Colts 6.
Now we take a minute, guys, and I tell you this, the very sad thing that occurred at halftime. I was down sitting with Jose, getting the stats as usual, discussing football, and Poochie Beach came over and said to Jose, "Did you eat your sandwich yet?" And I thought, could this be? Apparently, Poochie brought everyone here in the stadium, from what I can gather, a soupy sandwich, except us. Tell me you had one.
Excuse me. If you would have gotten here early,
That's it.
you would have gotten
That's
your
it.
sandwich
This
from Pooch.
This is truly.
It was by
tragic.
far.
You didn't get one, Warren?
No.
I didn't get one.
No.
It was by
no.
far the best soupy sandwich I ever ate.
Now,
A little bit of garlic,
wait, even
a little
better.
bit of roasted peppers on it.
Yes, he did.
And
I saw that.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent imported provolone cheese.
Oh, that's just fabulous. That's just great.
Yep.
He still had one in reserve, which he chose to give his grandson over me, believe it or not.
Yep.
Oh, went for family right away.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, number 41, Joe Costello. The perils of getting here late. Taken by number 1, Holloman.
Oh,
throws a
it
pass.
back.
It's a lateral. It's a lateral. It's bouncing around. Number 2 had the ball. Nice tackle made by 45, Ryan McGee. But it was actually a lateral to Kyle Natt, and that was a dangerous play.
That is not a play I would ever run. I'm telling you now, I would never, ever, ever run that play. I'm not saying because of what happened here. I think you got enough problems on a kickoff without throwing the ball around in the backfield. I would not do that.
Andrews sets the Colts up, down 2 touchdowns. Going to try Perhanic up the middle.
Ooh, nice
He's
hit.
pounded in there by the Red Tornado defense.
The whole defense,
Malachowski
I
in
think.
there, Steve Sinkovich,
Shikatano.
and Joe Shikatano.
Mike
right?
Sinkovich.
Yeah.
No.
So what are you saying now exactly? So you're saying that Poochie had maybe 400 soupy sandwiches made today?
I would say 400.
Oh, my goodness. This is shocking. Well, I guess I'm going to have to live with it, Wayne. So are you.
Yeah.
Andrew
Here he comes
looks
back.
at the back, coming out. Now he's going to try it long. There's Costello and Veach, the only ones to catch that one. Defensed very nicely by the Red Tornadoes.
That play was going to 4. The back out of the backfield. That's where the play
Right.
went. After it didn't go to him, there was really nobody else it was supposed to go to.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've talked about this all season long with the height across our defensive line. And there's a case there where Jamin coming across got his hands up about 3, 4, 5 yards away from the quarterback. And the quarterback had to drop the ball and then look a second time. And when he went back the second time, his receiver was covered.
It was a fake, but a big rush by Sinkovich. The ball's loose out here.
Intercepted.
No,
Okay.
but
I thought he
over the
intercepted
back was number 1, Holloman. But Holloman did a great job at going after
he
that
broke it
ball,
up. He
right?
broke
He
it
broke
up.
it up from a Veach interception.
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of heat. Warren, we said
Yeah.
this the first half. There's Sinkovich chasing. You don't know how many more times the quarterback's going to be able to take hits like he's taking
yeah.
between the 2 ends, Jamin and
Yeah.
Higgins and Sinkovich.
My other thought here is with the kind of team speed that Big Red brings into the game, flea flickers are not where you go to.
No.
I would not be. The kickoff is an example. This is an example. I'm wondering if we're not seeing a little bit of desperation here offensively by the Colts.
Leitzel back to punt. The big rush is on. Almost blocked, and we have flags on the play. The ball bounces around, and we'll be down by the Colts somewhere around the 40-yard line. We'll read this call.
I think we're going to re-kick it. We're going to be
yeah.
offside.
We're going to be offsides.
We could afford it because even 5 yards doesn't give them, the first down.
It's a legal procedure called against the Colts.
So much for that idea.
Well, we'll decline that one, and it'll be first down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
I didn't see anybody move, to tell you the truth. I saw us moving. We had so many guys
Yeah,
running.
up
It
on
was
the
hard
line.
to tell anybody
Boy.
there was anybody from their side moving. But you'll have this. Now, Marian's defense is beginning to spend a lot of time here in the second half on the field. Their offense has only had the ball for a short moment and relinquished it every time. So their defense is going to get a little bit tired trying to chase this speed around.
Oh.
Number 4 that time.
Beach the ball carrier. I was trying to see.
Balliet.
Yeah, Balliet came in on the tackle.
He's quite a football player over on the Colts side of the ball. Balliet's made some nice plays on both offense and defense. He's a pretty tough player. And again, I think 2 would be
Kyle Nat.
H-N-A-T.
No H,
no
just
H.
Nat. Yeah,
Nat.
we checked
It's not
on that.
Hunat,
It's
it's
not
just
Hunat.
Nat.
It's
Okay.
Nat.
So Nat, he's also all over the football field for the Colts.
This one's Costello up the middle. First down, Red Tornadoes. Good blocking that time. Nice run by Joe Costello.
I'll tell you what, now our line is starting to show what they can do. With Gary Dunn there, number 56, the left tackle, left guard, Ricky Harris, Jonathan Elson, the center, Joe Chicatano, right guard, and the right tackle, Mike Boyer. We're starting to move the ball. We're starting to take the defense back 5 yards. Like Warren said, their defense is on the field a long time now, starting to get a little weary.
I think you had 200 and some yards on the ground in the first half.
We had 220 yards in the first half. So their defense has been taking a little bit of a wear in here.
It didn't appear like that much, but it definitely was. Veach up the middle, 4-yard gain, second down and 6.
I was going to have a math check on that one.
Well, you know what?
Game,
I gave him the 4-yard gain, then I realized he only went 3 yards, so I was going to correct myself, but it didn't happen.
You'd have a math check on that one right away. Always remember, Bob, no matter what else.
You pick it up.
Well, no, but they don't pay us to be right.
That's true.
They don't pay us, period.
At all, that's right.
So what if we're right?
2:50 left in the third quarter, 21-6, Red Tornadoes in the lead. The ball on the 26-yard line. Veach off the left side. Good block that time, and flags on the play. I'm not sure what we're going to call on this one.
They call a clip or a hold, one or the other. That's exactly what you're going to see. Yeah, they're going to push this one back.
They're calling illegal use of the hands.
$10 yards?
10 yards.
We were on the 26, puts the ball back to about it's just on the 35 actually where it's resting, I guess, right? Yeah.
Second down and 18.
All the little yard markers are great here, too. Every one of them's knocked
down now, right?
From the 20-yard line to the other 20, there aren't any standing up anymore. So any chance you did have a seen anything, you've lost.
Veach, big hit that time by the right tackle, 56. Chris Bubel.
He may have the name.
Harmonoski in there also.
Bubel might have the name of the game.
That was 51. Bubel might.
Yeah,
but
that might be the best name of the game so far is Bubel.
Hanat.
How you get whoever had a name H-N-A-T. I mean, I don't know how that one evolved through time either, but that's a pretty good one on its own.
Third down and 15. Karnaski back to pass. Looks at Higgins, gets him, first down, Red Tornadoes, nice pass that time.
Nice pass, nice
Good catch. Everything was a timing play, and it is a first down for the Red Tornadoes.
That's what happened.
Oh my gosh.
He brought it back.
He brought it back. I mean, that was at least the 18-yard line, but that's okay. We're going to have this.
No, this is even better. We place it where we do, and now we'll have a measurement. It's even better now. I don't think he got it, tell you the truth. Not where the placement went.
It's going to be close.
Did get it. I didn't think he did when he had it over there.
The ref didn't get it quite back far enough.
Look at the field there. Look at the dip it takes there, though. It's hard to, when you see the dip in the field, it's hard to see where he went down at there. I thought he placed it on the other side of the line, to tell you the truth.
1:29 left in the third. 21-6. Red Tornadoes in the lead.
When you have two ends, when you got Jamin and both Jamin and Higgins out there, you can throw the ball to. When they're both 6 feet 9, 10, 12 inches tall to begin with, they can vertically jump another 14 foot. It's not bad to have two guys like that out there.
Power backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Fake, gonna pass. Looks in the corner of the end zone. over the hands of Higgins at about the 11-yard line.
He was well covered that time.
Well
by,
covered. One.
Holloman.
Holloman's excellent on coverage, also excellent on receiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good coverage that time. Pretty tough to complete a pass and you're covered that closely. I guess I see that this side of the field is selling a lot of sodas. I'm assuming everybody's thirsty from those soupy sandwiches.
Well, of course.
Yeah, that's
the provolone cheese. That's a little
that cheese,
salty too,
that imported cheese will do it to you every time. Absolutely.
2nd down and 10. Karnaski to Veach off the left side. Finds some running room outside. Gets a block from Jamin. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. He just turned the burners on.
Tell me he's not having a game.
Wow.
Where do you see his figures
Yep.
at the end of this game? My goodness. Red Veach is a clinic right now.
And again, you know, we talk about the interior portion of our line here from Dunn to Boyer, and you just talked about Eric Higgins and Jamin being so tall with the reception. But we, you know, very seldom say about how well downfield they block. And there's another case right there.
Yeah.
Snaps back, Sinkovic with the kick. It's up, and it's good.
He's perfect today, too, on
Yes,
the kicking. He's having a good kicking day.
With 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 28, the Colts 6.
Big Red's opening the game up a little bit, 28-6. And again, it's a function of a couple of things. One, I think Marian's getting tired and wore down a little bit. They're on the field a lot. Their offense in the second half, after looking so good near the end of the first half, either we adjusted to it or, just playing a little bit better. The defense brought it up a level or two, but not doing much offensively at all right now. And they need to stay on the field a little bit to give that defense some rest, or it's going to be a long 4th quarter for them.
And again, don't forget, in the 4th quarter, they're going into the win. Now they're with the win.
Yeah, they had the win in the 3rd quarter.
Right.
And the win is becoming a crucial factor, I think, in the passing game because it is extreme. Although windy, it doesn't seem it at first.
I
but
know, but then all of a sudden you get the
little
guts.
gusts up there, and it goes at you.
Joe Costello, 41, kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. Squibber bounces on about the 30, bounces through a Colt's hands, bounces some more, and is covered by number 32, Perhanich, on about the 21-yard line.
Had some English on that one, didn't he? Nobody could pick the thing up when he went down with it.
Andrew, back to pass, on the little flat. Oh! Off the hands of number 29, Dan Malachowski. Nice play by Malachowski. That was a touchdown.
Oh, he read that all the way, didn't he, Warren?
Yeah, a little bit different, I think, on two things here. Defensively, we're playing a little bit differently in the defensive backfield, and the coverage is 10 times better now. Plus, you're seeing their game change a little bit, and it's a quick passing game now. They're not dropping them back, and that's a function, I think, of them being nearly killed in the first half with those vicious 3 or 4 or 5 clean hits. He's not dropping into the pocket. He's rolling, and he's that was a 2-step throw there.
40, Damian Ziegler in at right defensive end for the Red Tornadoes. Andrew gonna throw again. Looks over the middle. Nice catch by Kyle Nat. Tackle by Evans. First down, Marian.
Yeah, I think Marian needed to do that to stay on the field a little bit. Obviously, they could not have turned the ball over again or they would be in trouble. There's still 38 seconds and counting now in the 3rd period. Mount Carmel comfortably out ahead. Mount Carmel area 28-6.
Andrew with Balliot and Perhanich in the backfield. Andrew on the fly. Has Holman out of bounds. Montgomery knocks him out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Nice throw by Andrew.
That was one of the best throws you're going to see a high school quarterback make. A timing pattern, never saw the receiver, never looked. He dropped 2 steps back, he flung the ball to the sidelines, and his guy was right there on target.
And that's the type of pass that's very difficult to defend, Warren, because your receiver's running down, and the ball's coming down on a trajectory.
Get the play off, and it's Perhanich or Nat for about a 4-yard gain. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 28, the Marian Colts 6.
Now, big third quarter for Big Red. Offensively, did everything right you wanted to do. The Colts, of course, again, the speed is beginning to catch up with them, I think. I think that's where they're showing their biggest problems at. Let me give you a quick moment here to tell everybody that the District 4 AA standings as of the 29th of September put Mount Carmel and Wellsboro in a tie. Both teams have 50 points, although Mount Carmel area has a possible 98 points that they can get. Wellsboro only 90, a little bit of a disadvantage for Wellsboro. Even if we were to both win all our games, they're not going to be first.
Thanks to your sports information director, Mr. Phil Gergen.
Phil Gergen here. Montoursville follows at third. And, of course, Montoursville with a big win on the weekend against Danville Ironman. That certainly was a big hurdle for them, so they'll stay in the thick of the District 4 AA race.
And that's extra point. Isn't Danville a AAA team?
Yes, they're a AAA team. Montoursville has a possible 96 points, though. And, again, we have the most points you can get now, so we're in the driver's seat, and I'll finish this after this play.
2nd down and 5 yards to go to start the fourth quarter. Andrew, big rush. Now he's going to take it around the right side himself. Hit by 64 Sinkovic and 60 Malikoski.
Following Montoursville in the standings is at 42 and 42 points, another tie, Central Columbia and Lewisburg. And then below them they have you have Warrior Run Troy while losing South Williamsport and Line Mountain and Bloomsburg. Towanda, North Penn, and Hughesville are all winless and are not in the District AA, District 4 standings at all right now.
Andrew, little roll to his right, throws over Jamin, hits Holman, gain of about, looks like 4 or 5 yards. You probably can tell better on your TV from the sky cam than I can.
Tackle made by Joe Costello.
See, that time I thought if Jamin would have got his hands up, that he wouldn't have completed that pass. If he had to throw over him like that. Ball's on the 9-yard line now.
Right, they can make a first down, though, at the 1-yard line. It's 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Andrew tries to draw a play. Read nicely on the bottom of the pile. 41, Joe Costello, helped out by Chicatano and Sinkovic. Oh, Higgins there? Okay, Higgins.
Too. Yeah.
There'll be a loss of a yard, I think, there. Although, let's see, yeah, it'll be 3rd and 8 now, I believe.
Yeah, Chicatano and Costello read that perfectly. Coming back, it was one of like a sally like we usually run.
Yeah, that was
back
an
to the
inside sally is where that play was going.
3rd down, 9 yards to go.
No back offense.
Perhanic. Option play to Perhanic around the right side, puts his head down and gets about a 7-yard gain. Will not be a first down.
Nice play that time by the Colts, though. That was a nice play to come off that no-back offense. Again, we see a running play off a no-back offense. That's twice now they've run a play like that. That was a nicely designed play. Everybody's looking for a pass. The 2 receivers drive the 2 guys, the corner and the safety, off the ball on that side, and they pitch it to him, and it's pretty much a clean slate over there. Nice play that time.
4th down and 1 yard to go.
They're going to measure it.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah,
Either that or move the ball back. I didn't
hear them discussing it, but I see them discussing it. But that's what they want to do. They're on the far sideline, so I'm sure it's in that dip. You see how the thing dips down there? Oh, it's much more than a yard even then. See, the dip is what throws you off there.
The hat? The white hat?
No, the dip. See, sorry about that. The dip for the field, not the other dip.
Yeah, okay.
But that really is a hard thing to see when we're looking at it. I don't know how it looks on TV, but that's an interesting. And I'm thinking he's real close to it. Other people thought they had. That's why they asked to measure. They thought they had it. It's really a perception problem when you're in that little hole over there.
All right, big 4th down play for the Colts. 10:58 left on the clock. Andrew sets the Colts. Valiant, the lone back for the Colts. Going on the long count, tries Valiant. Touchdown, Colts. He was hit by 29 Malikoski, but powers his way through.
Nice play by the Colts to pick up a touchdown. I'll see if they go for 2, and I believe they are. Yeah, they are going to go for 2 here. a crucial 2-point play because they'll need 3 more scores to try to win the game if they don't get it.
Gonna roll to his right. Rushed by Higgins. Comes back. Looks in the corner of the end zone. Holman good for 2. Nice catch by Holman that time.
That time they fooled us.
10:54 left in the game. The score, the Red Tornadoes 28, the Colts 14.
That time they fooled us. I have to say that. They caught us napping a little bit in the end zone that time.
And Higgins did an excellent job. He stopped him. He was rolling right.
He got him coming the wrong. Yeah, he was supposed to go right.
That's the way it looked
that way. Yes.
Well, the Colts are right back in the ball game now, 28-14, 10 minutes, 54 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. So it's a game again. I thought we had put them away a little bit, but they're playing tough.
Rick Bally at the kickoff for the Colts. Don't think he'll try an onside yet. Lets it fly. Gonna be taken by Evans on about the 15-yard line. Cuts it back to his left, still on his feet, and he's tackled at about the 36-yard line. Nice run by Evans.
Ball was down. I mean, it was down that time.
Yeah.
They were going for the ball that time. You see them
all the way. All of them were going for the ball, right?
They were trying to strip the ball that time.
Tornadoes come out in the eye. Costello at fullback. Veach at the tailback. Veach off the right side.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice hole. First down and more. Still on his feet. Makes a great move. Brett Veach made a move like you can't believe and picked up an extra 20 yards.
Guys, he faked me out of my underwear, and I'm not even in the game. Unbelievable. You will not see a running back like that maybe again in high school. I think
he made it look like he was going out of bounds.
That was fabulous. That was.
And apparently they haven't seen a running back like that either with the moves that he's making today.
He's having one just absolutely hellacious game. I mean, you're looking at what did he have? 168 yards in the first half. I mean, he could be pushing 300 yards here before this game is over at the rate he's playing. Should be getting. We don't see them now. He should get some great shots from the above camera though on plays like that.
Quick pass. Intercepted by number 1 Holloman, and there's another guy having a great game right now.
Not a pass we should have thrown. Not a pass we should have thrown. They had the kid knew what we were doing, and he stepped in front. Yeah, that was not a good call that time.
Well, we're controlling the ground game.
Yeah,
you want to kill the clock. They're only 2 touchdowns behind.
Now you let them in the game again, and the defense has got to come up big right now for Big Red.
Andrews sets the Colts. I formation. Back to pass. Looks at Holman on the fly. Hit big by Montgomery, but Holman was there. 10:18 left on the clock. Nice throw by Andrew.
Nice throw and nice hit by Montgomery.
Yep, great job by Montgomery.
And actually, Montgomery, he made a great hit, but he didn't have to make any hit because the receiver was looking out of the corner of his eye at him anyway
instead of the ball.
That was the end of catching the ball when he saw him coming. That's called hearing a little bit of footsteps, and that's what he heard that time. You take your eye off the ball for a split second sometimes, and in this kind of sun and daylight, you're going to lose it.
Tries Verhanich up the middle, gain of about 5 or 6 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 to go.
Andrews looks as good as we've heard he would. He absolutely does. He is an excellent football quarterback, does all the things you want him to do.
Ball's on the 36-yard line.
And he's tested this defense today.
Oh, he found Verhanich coming out of the backfield. Costello on him, and he's tackled, but it'll be a first down.
Some linemen downfield, you know, you sort of, you know, scramble back there like that and give him that much time. And there was number 51 down past the line of scrimmage.
This kid is truly an amazing player right now. He's carrying Marian on his back as we go into 9 minutes, 20 seconds remain in the fourth quarter here. He's having one heck of a game. He really is.
28-14 Red Tornadoes. Going to try Holman again. Looks right on this fly pattern. Montgomery's there. Intercepts it.
That's no way interference.
Montgomery with the ball, bringing it back to the 40.
Interception.
No. First down, Red Tornadoes, but a flag on the play.
Bad call. If that's defensive
interference.
Let's see what it is first. It may be offensive.
We're going to see right now.
Yes, it is.
Offensive interference.
I said, let's see, because I didn't know
First down, Red Tornadoes.
He didn't point either way, and I wondered where he was running to when he did that. I knew it wasn't defensive interference.
That couldn't be because we had position on him.
Yeah,
he was covered.
I thought for sure that's where he was heading when he ran back like that. I didn't think for a second he was calling defense.
I'll tell you what.
Nice interception by Montgomery while we're thinking about it there.
A free safety, and we said this all season long. He knows where the ball is. He has a nose for the ball, and he's there.
8:50 left on the clock. Nobody's covering Jamin. And Costello with the ball, gain of only about 1 yard, tackled by 51, Joe Harmonowski.
And you go back to that interception, Warren, you know, you're talking about your free safety. They had power right. They isolated their receiver over here with one defender. And Montgomery played, you know, he watched everything, what was going on, and he came over to help the receiver, or help the defender.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what his job was. And he was a pretty far piece away. That was some running to get over into the pattern.
Excellent job, though. He followed the ball all the way.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. That's exactly what you want him to do.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Kanaski to Veach, left side, up the middle, cuts it back, close to a first down. About third down and 1 yard to go.
Excellent game by Veach, though. I think people are going to tend to get lost here in this game. It's a good game. It's a tight game. You know, they're going to get lost in the fact of what kind of football game this kid's played here today. And you're going to be hard-pressed to see a game like this again. It really is. I think he has truly had a magnificent football game.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Power right for the Red Tornadoes. They're coming right behind the power right. First down, Red Tornadoes, gain of about 2 yards for Veach.
Yeah, that time he thought to himself, I got a first down. Okay. He just looked like, okay, it's a first down, I'm done.
Well, did you see before he went down, he was looking over to the sidelines to see if he had it. Do I have to lunge, or can I just fall down?
Kind of, okay, it's a first down, I'm done, here's the ball, let's go.
You get spoiled by the first 5 games of just everything being long runs. And, and believe it or not, the offense is putting together a heck of a game here with on the ground. Inside Sally to Dave Evans, gain of 5 yards. And again, the Red Tornadoes now just happy to run the clock down. 6:53 left in the ball game. 28-14, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Gain of only 3 yards.
Malachowski in for Jamin in the Mount Carmel area attack. Big Red's taking a while on the huddle on this one.
Evans splits far left. Try Costello. And he's tied up after about a 2 yard gain.
He sits on the guy's chest down there.
Harmonowski, number 51. Third down, 5 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Sean Jamin will bring the play in for the Big Red.
They're on the 39, right? Yeah, 39-yard line of Marian Catholic. What I'm wondering is, do they kick if they don't make it here? What do you think?
I never guess it very well. That's the problem. But I would think they're going to go for it. What do you think?
I figured they'd go for it, too.
All right. Well, we both agree, so that means they'll kick.
It's a sure bet now. Get the kicker warmed up.
Shovel pass
Nice.
to Veach.
They're
First down and more.
They're scoring, guys. They're not going to kick. They're just going to score.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Great play. Good blocking.
I'll tell you what.
Nice run.
Who was the Marian player? I mean, he touched the ball almost. He was that close to it, and didn't get his hand enough on it. And again, Veach just continues to absolutely amaze the crowd today, folks.
Beautiful play, though. Nice, great shovel pass, and I'm sure that's not an easy lateral there. You know, forward lateral.
Especially
like
with,
that.
especially with that kid right there. I mean, he was standing right there. I thought, he's gonna, he's got his hand out. I thought he was going to knock it down.
64, Mike Sinkovich is perfect with the extra point. 5:30 left in the ball game. The score, the Red Tornadoes 35, the Colts 14.
That was, I think, a big score for Big Red there. Can relax a little bit now. You can get some kids into the game. There's 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. I think we can relax a little bit. Again, you don't relax too much because now you're going to see Marian, I believe, throw the ball every play. And that kid drop back the pass has got to make you worried a little bit. Let's take a moment here first to say another thank you to Industrial Maintenance and Construction for the use of the crane and the overhead shots you're seeing. Again, we don't see them till you do on a Wednesday, but they have to be absolutely fantastic unless Joe got airsick up there, and I don't want to think about that if he did. Also remind you that you are listening and watching WKMC TV. We are broadcasting over a microwave signal WLX267. We are an instructional fixed television service, and you are catching us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m., Channel 13 on the Service Electric Cable System. I'm done all my real work for today, guys. I can probably leave and get French fries right now. It's over for me.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, number 64, Mike Sinkovich.
I guess not, huh?
Did a great job on his extra points, though. A little squibber, bounces on about the 40, still bouncing around, and covered by the Colts on about the 36-yard line.
Okay, what are we going to guess on that one? He was trying to do that, or he wasn't now? What do you think we were aiming for on that baby? That one had a lot of spin going on it, though. If he wasn't trying to do that, he should try to remember it because it's a great onside kick. I think he wants to try to duplicate that later on.
Later on in the season, 81, Mike Zavaric into the Red Tornado lineup.
If he was trying to do it, then obviously he's very good at it. That's
45, Ryan McGee's in
Ryan
there.
McGee also in there. Andrew with the long snap count, back to pass. Oh, good play, I think, by Jamin that time,
right? He knocked it down, Jamin. It was kind of a slow motion play there for a second. I wasn't sure what they had done. Quickly, last night, Supper Club guys, another great crowd. We had some great kids there last night. Next week, of course, with North Schuylkill, we expect another capacity crowd. If you've got a free moment on a Thursday evening, please. And plus, you'll see tonight, sometime during the night, either before or after, you'll see shots. We actually, WKMC covered the Supper Club last week.
With Joe Novotny and his
Joe
dad.
Novotny, my main man.
Andrew, back to pass, gonna roll a little bit. Now back to his right side. Flips one out to number 9, knocked out of bounds by Zavaric. Vlasic with the catch, but 5:10 left in this game.
That wasn't enough for a first down.
No.
That's an interesting play that they're running there, and that they have him running. He drops back deep, and then he moves around, but there's that one back that's sitting there out of the way a little bit, and that's his safety valve, and when everything else fails, he goes to that one back.
And they did it one time with Perhanich, too. Same play, right?
Yeah. That's the exact same play
Yeah.
they used the last time we saw it, so we may see that again before the game's over.
Tries Perhanich off the right side, and it'll be close to a first down, but probably short by about a half a
I was
yard.
going to say, I think he's short by a yard or so the way it looks.
Malakowski
They're going to go for it no matter
Jason
what.
Malakowski on the tackle.
Yep.
Also Jamin in there. So 4th down, 1 yard to go, 4:17 left in the ball game, 35-14, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Andrew with the sweep coming around the left side. Malachowski runs him down, and he does not get the first down.
My goodness. Excellent play by Malachowski.
Higgins and Malachowski ran him down.
That speed, folks. He just could not turn that corner, and he was looking right at the first down marker, and he was stretching, but he couldn't get around to it. He's going to be short by, what, an inch? What are we giving him here? An inch. No.
It's about a yard.
Yeah. I was going to say, why don't we standing by each other there? He was short by a yard.
Yeah, he was short.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm not sure what we're doing there. Short. They were already lined up to give Mount Carmel the ball is what I'm saying. Why are the two sticks together?
Right.
He was already pointing to the other way for the first down. They had a little discussion about where he actually ended up at, I guess, where they called it a first down for Big Red.
Number 1, Mike Wojtovich into the lineup at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes. Handoff to Malachowski. He gets the ball, breaks it up the middle, and gains about 8 or 9 yards.
We had, of course, last night at Supper Club, we had Pete Avellino along with us. Aaron Geary came with us, and we had Chris Hughes with us last night for Supper Club. So
Ryan
number
McGee.
79.
Ryan McGee.
Ryan McGee, the senior. Yep.
Yeah, well, McGee was the senior, right?
Right.
Yes. McGee, I might add, if you're thinking about what an excellent athlete he is, and of course we talked about him coming back from that horrific broken leg in a car accident.
Fumble on the play. It's still bouncing around.
We got it, I believe.
No, they.
Or no, I
Oh,
Yeah,
third
third
They're
down.
showing third.
Yeah, I thought we did. Come back from an accident to play football and have an excellent senior year, but he's also number 1 in his class.
Yes, he is.
So if you're looking at this team, you're looking at some of the best athletes you're going to see, and also some of the best minds you're going to see. Some great intellects out there. And Ryan is, if he spoke last night, I don't know if any people know Ryan, but excellent young man. Really has a lot of poise and the kind of kid that when you get to be a senior, you want to see that happen, and it did with him.
McGee off the left side. First down and more. Down to about the 23-yard line.
See?
Nice run by McGee.
You heard us talking about him again.
Well, you know
It's got to
what?
be that.
The one thing that Coach Veach was talking about, how good he is and everything else, but one thing that we've seen through the season so far this year, that he's just that great little extra burst coming up off the bench. He comes in, he gives someone a rest, he carries the ball, he picks up 5, 6, 7 yards.
Yeah, and he's fresh legs, but he's so fast in his own right.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
You don't want to fool with his speed.
Malachowski off the left side, finds some running room. Still on his feet, trips a little bit on his own and gets down to about the 9 or 10-yard line.
That was a nice play that time. He juked so many times he juked himself. That in the last one he lost his footing a little bit and he fell forward. You see a lot of that in him though, in Malachowski, in that running, that cutting, that cut back, and that ability to move his head a couple of times and actually go at it.
So we got Mike Revito, 63 in.
Aaron Geary, 59. 45, Ryan McGee. 81, Zavarik. 52, Charlie Adams. 72, Jamie Vogler. 67, Jason Wojtovich is the center, and flags on the play.
Now, a minute 31 left in the football game. Another big win for Big Red. Of course, they certainly have a lot to look forward to as the season progresses. But this is a team, again, you always feel a little bit of strangeness coming up here.
Always.
You never know what's going to happen.
This way.
I said we looked over. After the play, we'll continue.
Handoff to Malachowski, up the middle, gain of about 2 yards.
I didn't see who.
I didn't either.
I didn't see who made the tackle. But you're playing against the Marian Colts up here. Of course, their field, and their field had just something for us for whatever reason it is. It was a loosely refereed football game, to say the least. That you never know can change a game sometimes. It didn't in this case, but it's not something you want to see in any football game, and I thought it was loose in this one. Ooh.
Big rush that
33.
time by 33, which was Joe Ott.
A couple guys that went in, between plays there. John Kalinowski, 44. Jeff Homiak, number 55.
79, Chris Hughes in the
Chris
lineup
Hughes
right
winning.
now.
That's right. That was the other one I was trying to pick up.
So they have an ought and a nat on this team.
Ought and a nat. 28, Al Bailey in
That's
a
unusual.
tailback. 13 seconds left on the clock.
The freshman at tailback now. He gets the ball.
And that was blocked up in the middle, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. The final score, the Red Tornadoes 35, the Colts of Marian 14. And I guess we'll do a final wrap right here since
we're here.
Since
the
we're
camera's
already here on our sun deck.
And we're cooking.
One of the nicest things, Warren, I think, that happened was there were no bees for you. It got cold enough that we had no bees here.
I've had that horrible moment in time, of course, 2 years ago when the bees attacked me and bit me several times. And I noticed though that they didn't bite anybody else, which again proves that they go for the sugar instead of. And we'll just let that line trail.
Go ahead, Bob.
Great running game for the Red Tornadoes today. They came out. They did what they had to do, as you said. They came up here where it's a little difficult to play once in a while, but a 35-14 win, big win for the Red Tornadoes. Good job by the line, and especially, I guess, Brett Veach had a heck of a running game in this game.
We, of course, don't know the final totals. You will when this game is being played, but a superhuman effort by Veach. Probably one of his best games to date that I've ever seen him play, and I've seen him play in some great football games and have some great football games. So he did everything he wanted. I think if you look at the season, the first real test of this team came here today. I mean, the score does not reflect it. It's 35-14, but it was a tough contest. They were a hard-hitting football team. They brought everything we thought they would, and they tested us passing. The kid Andrews was a great passer. He gave us everything we were looking for there, and I think we needed that when you look down the schedule to see North Schuylkill looming on the horizon for next week. So I think all the things we wanted to do, we did. We didn't see anybody get hurt, so everybody seems to be in good shape. And it's exactly what you want to do on a nice, beautiful autumn afternoon here in where are we at here? Quake
hometown. I guess hometown.
Hometown right. Or Quake in between the two of them. So
we'll talk about next week a little bit. Next week, North Schuylkill Spartans come into the Red Tornado Silver Bowl, and they are undefeated. And
no, they're not. They lost their first.
Oh, they
game.
lost their first game. That's right.
Lansdale Catholic
undefeated in the AFL.
Right, in the Anthracite League.
Yes, the AFL. I heard somebody call that. I heard that today.
Yes.
They called it
that was a new one for
AFL, the Anthracite Football League. Right.
Okay.
Anyway, they come down, and we're expecting some big crowds next week, and just an exciting game between these two teams. The ironic thing is they probably can meet each other again somewhere down in district playoff or in state playoffs if everybody goes the way they expect them to go.
Yeah, if you're coming to the game and this is a Wednesday, you're coming 2 days from now on Friday. First, come to the Supper Club because that's where you're going to hear the whole
on
deal
Thursday
before
night.
You see it. And then if we understand they're expecting 6,000-7,000 people easily into the Silver Bowls. Will get there early to get a seat if you can get advanced seats. Get them. It'll be the matchup of the year, probably. We thought Southern was going to be.
Right.
Now we're thinking North Schuylkill will be. And you're going to see a great football game 2 days from now.
That's about it from Marian. I'm Bob Else.
Wayne Brokenshire.
Oh, we're out of. I'm almost.
I know.
And who am I now then?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm the other guy.
We'll see you next week.